Hey everyone, and welcome to RUBIN'S Mind Lab, where we break down the latest research into what it really means. Ever wonder why some AI-generated stuff is hilariously bad in just the right way? Well, this new study might have a clue. Today we are diving into a really cool idea called the Humorous Hill. Imagine you are trying to teach a computer to do something, like write a story or name a paint color. This research suggests that as the computer gets better and better, its attempts can actually become funnier, but only up to a point. Then, as it gets really good, the humor fades away. It's like a little hill of laughter that we climb and then descend. So, what is going on here? The researchers are asking a big question. Is there a predictable pattern in how learning systems like AI become funny? And they think they've found it. It's not that the AI is trying to be funny. Instead, as it learns to be accurate and good at a task, its mistakes can sometimes land in a sweet spot of being accidentally hilarious. Think about it. If a computer is really bad at something, its output might just be complete nonsense, like if an AI was trying to write a Harry Potter book title and it came up with Harry Potter and the Zevia SGDGX. That is not really funny, it is just gibberish. It is so far off the mark, it doesn't even register as humor. But then, as the AI starts to get a little bit better, it might produce something like Harry Potter and the portrait of what looked like a large pile of ash. This is where the humor kicks in. It sounds almost like a Harry Potter title, but it is also wonderfully absurd. It hits that perfect balance of being recognizable, but also delightfully wrong. And finally, when the AI becomes truly excellent at its task, its output might be something like Harry Potter and the Vault of Whispers. This is a perfectly good, plausible title. It is accurate, it fits the category, but it is not funny anymore. It's just good. To test this Humorous Hill idea, the researchers did something pretty clever. They took different kinds of language models, from simpler ones to more advanced ones, and asked them to create new examples for categories, like paint colors, romance movie titles, and names of towns in the UK. They weren't trying to make the AI funny, just accurate. Then they got a whole lot of people, 450 of them, to rate these AI-generated examples. They asked them if the examples were funny, if they were accurate for the category, and if they belonged in the category at all. So they were measuring both the quality and the funniness of the AI's creation. And what did they find? Well, as you can see in this graph, the quality ratings, both accuracy and category membership, generally went up as the AI models got better. That makes sense. But the humor ratings did something much more interesting. They found that humor ratings started low for the really bad AI outputs, then went up as the AI got a bit better, peaking in that sweet spot of almost good but not quite, and then went down again as the AI became truly accurate. This is the Humorous Hill pattern in action. It is an inverted U-shape when you plot humor against quality. They even used some fancy statistics to confirm that this U-shape was a real pattern and not just random chance. They compared a simple straight-line relationship to a curved one, and the curve, the Humorous Hill, fit their data much better. This showed that humor doesn't just increase or decrease steadily with quality, it really does have that peak in the middle. Now, the researchers also looked at existing theories of humor to see if they could explain this Humorous Hill. They considered things like surprise, incongruity, relief, and superiority. And interestingly, they found that most of these theories, as they are currently understood, don't perfectly explain this U-shaped pattern on their own. For example, while surprise or incongruity might explain why something is funny, they don't easily explain why the funniness drops off as things become more accurate, or why the least accurate things aren't funny at all. They suggest these theories might need some tweaking to fully account for the Humorous Hill. This is where it gets really interesting. The researchers suggest that this Humorous Hill pattern isn't just for AI. They think it might also apply to human learning, especially in children. Think about when kids are learning to talk. They often say things that are almost right, but hilariously wrong. We laugh because they're trying to match a pattern, but they're falling just short in a funny way. It is that middle ground of learning that produces the humor. When kids are completely babbling, it is not funny. When they're speaking perfectly, it is not funny, it is in between. When they're trying to form words or sentences and get them almost right, that we find their attempts charming and amusing. And this has big implications for how we interact with AI. Maybe a lot of the buzz around AI isn't just about how good it is, but how entertaining its imperfect creations can be. Think about those AI-generated recipes or bizarre image creations we see online. They're often funny precisely because they're a bit weird and off, hitting that sweet spot of the Humorous Hill. So, what is the takeaway here? The Humorous Hill suggests that humor in learning systems, and perhaps even in human development, arises from that dynamic zone between complete error and perfect accuracy. It is the almost but not quite that tickles our funny bone. The study is great because it gives us a new framework to think about why some imperfect creations are so delightful. It highlights that sometimes it is the near misses, the charming fumbles, that are the most engaging. One potential limitation might be that humor is very subjective. What one person finds funny, another might not. And while they used many participants, the specific categories they chose might influence the results. Future research could explore this humorous hill pattern with even more diverse categories and different types of learning systems. It would also be fascinating to see if we can intentionally engineer AI to produce humor using this pattern rather than just stumbling upon it. This research is a fantastic reminder that imperfection can be a source of joy and connection. It makes us appreciate the learning process itself, both in machines and in ourselves. What do you think about the humorous hill? Have you encountered funny AI outputs that fit this pattern? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Rubin's Mind Lab for more science made simple. We'll see you next time.